Hi everyone. When Jesus was a boy, about 12 years old, Mary and Joseph took him to Jerusalem, the holy city, for a festival. And after they'd finished up there, all of them, big group of family members, started the long journey home back to the north. And they were 2 or 3 days out of Jerusalem when they realised that Jesus wasn't with them. So Mary and Joseph quickly rushed back into the city. They looked everywhere for him. And finally, they found him in the holy temple. And he was surrounded by the elders of the people of Israel, and they were amazed at the things that he was saying. Mary and Joseph said to him, "Where have you been? We've been looking everywhere for you. You've caused us so much trouble." And Jesus said to them, "Didn't you know I'd be in my Father's house?" And he joined them again, and they all went home as a family. He continued to obey them, and Mary, we're told, she treasured these things in her heart about her son. Now, Mary and Joseph, they knew Jesus. They were raising him as a boy and a young man, but only he really knew who he was. He knew his identity. And they didn't really understand that at that point, but he knew who he was and who his father was. I want to ask you the question, who are you? Where do you fit in? Who are your people? What are you supposed to do with your life? These are questions about identity, and they're the most important questions for every human being. Everyone needs an answer to those questions. Who are you? What we're going to do in these videos is we're going to look at one book in the scriptures, the book of 1 Peter, that helps us to answer that question. We're not going to find the answer to who we are just by listening to the voices inside ourselves or to other people. We're going to have to listen to God, and so we're going to go to the scriptures. And the book of 1 Peter is an amazing book for teaching us about who we are. So whether you're from Australia or another country, Christian background, Muslim background, whatever language you speak, male, female, whatever job you have, however rich you are, whatever your intelligence or abilities, those things don't determine your identity. God is going to tell you who you are, and he's going to speak to you and to me through this book of 1 Peter. We're going to start at the beginning. We're going to take a few verses at a time, and we're going to listen to God. And the way that God, through the Apostle Peter, describes these words is that they are pure spiritual milk. So these videos are not like a bunch of the other videos we often watch online that are just sort of junk food, if you like. Because we're listening to God, we're being fed the real thing that will really feed us and help us to live fully spiritual lives for God.